2 weeks in Sardinia, and then we are going to the US for 5 weeks. I have prepared a lot for this trip. Well, I guess it was stressful, it wasn't stress. My bed girls just making the trip enjoyable for them so that it's enjoyable for us, because we live in Dubai, we're so sheltered. Finally, the day is here, and I am packing for our 7-week trip. If you're new here, I've got a 9-month-old baby and a 2.5-year-old. I've tried to pack as light as possible. I thought I'd do a little chat and pack and go through what I'm packing for the girls, and just a bit about our trip, because it's very exciting. I am now on maternity leave and I have 2 more months left, so that's why we're taking this trip now. Charlie is also moving jobs, so he's got time off, and we're going to be away for the next 7 weeks. So we've got 2 weeks in Sardinia, and then we are going to the US for 5 weeks. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've already gone through all of their stuff and put it into this for now, and yeah, I'm just gonna go through it and put it all in some packing cubes, because I think that will really help out. I'm actually going to move this now. Oh dear. This is literally I managed to get the kids down for a nap now, so this is giving me the time to do it. Right, so let's get into it. T-shirts for them both. I think we've packed 10 T-shirts, and yeah, I'm just going to roll them all up. In terms of preparation, I have prepared a lot for this trip, like a huge amount for this trip. I've purchased things like this. I've got a bed guard that I'll show you, but I've already used the bed guard in the UK. I just wanted to make things as easy as possible for us without overpacking. So it's really hard for me to not overpack, especially with the girls, because they need a lot of options. So like, for example, I don't know if they're going to need long sleeves, but I've packed 1 long sleeve for Ezra, and I'm going to pack a jumper. Lots of T-shirts are needed because they just get dirty. I'm definitely going to take my hand luggage suitcase as well as my large suitcase, but I'm planning on putting my hand luggage inside my big case until we get back from the US, just because I want to buy stuff in the US, so I'm not planning on filling up both cases to go out there. So yeah, that's the game plan for that. And then I've got like lots of medical stuff that I will go through. I wanted to talk about how I feel about the trip and the planning that's gone behind it. A lot of planning has gone into this trip in terms of like where we're going. We started out with including South America and a couple of other places in the US. But actually, we didn't want to spread ourselves too thin with the girls. And even if it wasn't with them, you just don't want to feel like you're rushing around and you're not enjoying each place. At the same time, I also don't want to feel like I'm in somewhere for too long and it's a waste of time. So it's really difficult to find the balance. So we've changed what we're doing so many times, like our itinerary and the order in which we're going to places. So we're flying to Sardinia first for 2 weeks on Saturday. So I'm filming this now, I'm packing, and it's Thursday today. But we're flying early hours on Saturday morning, and we will meet my family in Sardinia. So we've got 2 weeks there, and then from there we go back to the UK for 3 days, which will be a good time just to like sort out all the clothes again, like wash things and get any little bits that we need for our US trip. Then we're going to be flying from the UK to, let me think about this, what am I going to put all in here? Maybe I might put her trousers on top as well. We are flying with Virgin to New York. New York wasn't actually in our plan originally because we've been to New York before, but it was just that we had Virgin points to use. And so, for example, it took the flights for all 4 of us from like £4,400 to £600, so it's an absolute massive saving. And yeah, so that is the reason why we're flying to New York first. So I'm just trying to think. The other thing as well is if we had decided to go to South America, we would have had to pack so many different types of clothing because it's actually cold there at the moment, and then the places that we're going to in the US will be warm. It was just going to be too much basically, so I'm glad and I'm happy with our decision, we both are, that we decided not to do South America. We also were going to include Miami, but again that's like it wasn't very well connected to the things that we want to do and the places we want to go to. So yeah, we're starting out in New York. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. We're starting out in New York purely because of the points. And then we are spending 3 days in New York. And after New York, we will be heading to 30A in Florida, which will be fun, a lovely beach holiday. And well, the whole thing is kind of beachy, to be honest. Like, we love the beach and a lot of it is going to be spent at the beach. We're in 30A for 5 days, I think it is, 5 or 6 days. And we're between 2 accommodations purely because we couldn't get the dates that we wanted once we changed things around in our trip. So we have to move halfway through there, which is a little bit annoying. And then from 30A, we are flying to Hawaii. We're going to stay in Maui. Again, that was another hard decision to make because there are so many islands in Hawaii and we just didn't know which island to stay on. But we've chosen Maui. It's well connected, hopefully not as busy as like the big island. That was also very expensive. After Maui, we will be heading to San Francisco and we will spend 2 weeks in California. So our plan is to go to Lake Tahoe, to go to Yosemite, to go to Big Sur, and do this all in the RV, which will be really fun. But again, that's been difficult because it's hard to get spots at the camps that are actually at the national parks. So to avoid like an hour's drive, an hour and a half's drive to get to the parks in the morning, which I just definitely don't want with the kids. I don't like that anyway, but with the kids it just adds more aggravation. We'll be going to Malibu and I guess we'll spend a couple of days in LA. We haven't sorted out the last bit of our trip, like the last 4 days, but we might go to San Diego for a bit. We have friends that live there and also I wanted to do San Diego Zoo with the girls. So we're just going to see how that goes and play that by ear. We'll probably book that part of the trip once we're in Sardinia because at the moment we've just got loads to do before we leave. I think also the other thing about doing a big trip is the leaving the house for the big trip. Like, to leave the house for a whole month is a long time. So just like the preparation of that. In terms of what I'm packing, we have kind of gone with 10 t-shirts for both of them, or like daytime outfits, leggings. I think 6 dresses, 6 nice outfits for like dinner, etc. And then 4 lots of swimwear, 3 lots of pajamas, and 2 jumpers each, a long sleeve each, and a jacket. I think that's everything, and socks. So that's the basis of the clothing that I've packed. I'm definitely all about making things as easy as possible. Like, I don't want to have a hard time when we're there. So that's why I've made sure that I've packed the stuff that really I'm going to use and that I need. Also, in terms of shoes, we've only bought Ezra a pair of Crocs and a pair of trainers with us because I plan to buy stuff when I'm in the US. Most of this is actually going to just be around our travels in the US, even though we're going to Sardinia before. That's just a chilled villa, 2 weeks in the villa with my family, very stable and not moving around. So this is more about the US and all of the planning that's gone behind the trip. Now I'm really starting to get excited for the trip. I've obviously been looking forward to it for ages, but because of all the planning, the logistics, the finances, the everything, and choosing where we wanted to go, it wasn't stressful, but it was just, well, I guess it was stressful. It was a stress, like deciding on what we're doing and what's the right thing and not. And ultimately, we don't want to go and just have a miserable time and the kids be miserable. So that's the main thing that we were concerned about, is making the trip enjoyable for them so that it's enjoyable for us. Like, the kids are so easy with travel. They've been traveling their entire lives. We fly a lot, so they're used to that. So I'm not worried in that way. It's just more, I don't know, they're going to get tired and stuff, obviously. Again, I'm going to leave this out because Ezra will be wearing these probably to the airport because we're going to be getting up early. So now that everything is organised and we're ready to leave, more or less, I am getting really excited for it. This is a trip that we've wanted to do for years, and now the stars have aligned. But I'm on maternity leave still, and Charlie's moving jobs and has got time off. So there's really not a better time for us to do it. Financially, there's probably a better time for us to do it, but we're not going to get this time back, and for it to be so easy for us to both be off work for this amount of time. So yeah, grabbing the opportunity with both hands. In terms of our routine when we're away, we are quite flexible anyway, and I mean, I don't think that Ezra's going to be having naps on the go like when she's just in the pram, but she will definitely sleep if we're in the car driving to places. So that's a massive help. But her midday nap is probably not going to be the best time for us to be travelling, because I'm guessing we'll be up and out early or leaving in the evening. But the girl's really good. Capri sleeps really well on the go. We have a snooze shade and white noise that we use for her, and they both sleep with white noise, so that will be coming with us as well. And yeah, that's the key for us, I think, is just trying to make sure that it's as normal as possible. That means their normal sleep slacks, a blanket for them from home, yeah, just like a couple of home comforts that make them feel settled when they go to sleep. So that's a key, I think, for trying to stick to routines. And then in terms of sleep and jet lag, we're all going to be jet lagged, so I'm assuming that we're all going to be on the same time zone. So what more can we do other than just ride it out and try and... I think the plan is we fly at night. 4 p.m. is our flight from the UK, so we will try and get the kids to sleep a little bit on the flight, and then if they're awake, that's fine, because we land in the evening again, and probably we'll try and keep them up towards the second half of the flight. It's like 6-7 hours, so we'll keep them up on the second half, and then they'll hopefully be tired by the time that we get to their hotel, and we can just reset and all of us sleep. And we'll definitely be up early in the morning, but I'm happy with that. I think that's perfect for a city break, to be up and out. We are going to be in the RV for like a week, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous about the lack of space that we're going to have, because we'd be used to like a hotel room and stuff. But I also do think it might be easier because it's like less to keep tidy. And when we're going to these national parks, we're going to be out all day and probably in the evening as well. So it's kind of pointless paying for a hotel that's like outside the park. If we can get a spot inside the park with the RV, that would just be perfect, and like a different experience for us. Like, I'm definitely more of a luxury kind of person rather than camping, but I think it's just like part of the whole experience, and will be loads of fun. So yeah, that's exciting, but it's just difficult trying to get these spots at the RV park, so that will be the next challenge. In terms of like sleep setup and stuff, they most of them have like 2 beds, a top bunk and a bottom bunk, so I think we'll end up dividing and conquering, and Charlie will be with Capri and I will be with Ezra, because I'm still feeding Capri, so it's just easier for me to be right next to her rather than right next to Ezra. And in terms of the fact that I'm still breastfeeding, she's 9 months now, and with Ezra I stopped feeding her when I went back to work at 6.5, 7 months. So I've done longer this time, and I'm not going to stop now for 2 reasons. It's working for us and I find it really easy, and then also travelling, it means I don't have to take bottles or formula or sterilise things, etc. So it's definitely a lot easier than taking formula, so that's why I'm sticking to it now. I think it will definitely feel like a little bit of a challenge with her food whilst we're away, because obviously she's only just starting to like eat more foods. She's very good with her food, but it's just when we're out, I don't want her to be consuming so much salt and, you know, just bad oils and that sort of thing. Like, the kids do eat pretty clean. That's actually another good point. 7 weeks away and our diet, because we all eat pretty clean, don't get me wrong, we love sweets, chocolate, all the rest, but day to day, like, our meals are very good and very clean, so I think we're going to have to make a conscious effort about that. And I also don't want to come back the size of a house, so and I don't want the girls to feel sick or us to feel sick, so I think that's something that we'll definitely have to like keep an eye on and not go OTT on. We are not like big fizzy drinkers or anything like that, so in terms of, I don't know, just like the American style of eating, that's not our norm. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. For Capri, it'll just be trying to give her meat and like good fat sources like avo and, I don't know, yeah, yogurt she eats, that sort of stuff. Just packing loads of random socks. And again, if we need more things like that, we'll get it when we're out there. What else? We've got their jumpers. Their jumpers I will leave out, they don't need to go in packing cubes. Then these are the beach things I'm packing. I only take a few things because I don't want loads to carry with us. So we bought a beach tent, which we're definitely going to use in Sardinia, and we used a beach tent last year when we were in Spain too, because it's a great place to put the kids and have their stuff that's all shaded. And we're going to see what condition it's in after Sardinia as to whether we take it to the US, because I don't want sand and everything all in the suitcase, and if it's just extra luggage then it's not needed. Another thing to actually discuss is the luggage. So we are flying with Virgin Air and Emirates back from the US. The luggage allowance with both those is great, but the budget airlines within the US, it's very, very tight on luggage. So that's why we're also trying to pack as light as possible, as well as not wanting to have loads to unpack and pack up again. Just general space, wanting to buy things, and yeah, it's just not necessary. So we're going to be in Airbnbs most of the time, and we will be able to wash the kids' clothes, so that's the plan. And so I guess we probably got like, we've bought 10 t-shirts for Ezra, but then she gets her t-shirts dirty, so if it's really dirty from the morning, we're not going to put her in that in the afternoon, we'll change. So we've got like 5 to 6 days worth of outfits, I would say, for both of them. So that should keep us going, and then we'll do a wash at each place. I'll probably be inclined to wash actually, yeah, at every time that we move to somewhere, just their stuff stays clean. So that's the plan. And then beach stuff, I just got this, a few beach toys. This is light and it's smaller than the one that she's currently got. Probably not a necessity, probably not going to come with us back to the US, back to the UK before we go to the US, so we'll see. Then she's got her little beach bag, which she loves, and I'll just put everything in here. Now let's start to put some of this in the suitcase. So I bought just a couple of pairs of put upstairs, and then a few pairs of swimming nappies, but both of these things I will buy when we're in Sardinia and the US. It's just not sensible to bring it all with us, it's just stupid. So I think I might actually print labels for this. Might be really OCD and print labels. So yeah, I'll do that afterwards. First, just check that everything fits in okay. Let's freeze. I do have a massive case, and like Charlie and I just row about the fact that I've got a massive case all the time, but I just would prefer to have the space and not be, like, it's not overly heavy. I haven't overpacked for the girls and I'm not going to overpack for myself, but I just prefer to have a bigger case so that I'm not having to sit on it to get it closed, whereas Charlie thinks the smaller the case, the lighter it is, which is kind of true, but it's not in our case, because he always struggles to pack in his suitcase, which is big enough for all of us, just for himself. So yeah, I'm always the one that does all the packing for the kids, but I will say that we have run through things together just to make sure that I'm not overpacking, because he's always like, you've overpacked, you packed too much stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, you sit with me to pack this stuff up then, and you can say if I'm overpacking. I was actually the one that was being a bit tighter with the packing than he was, so we're in agreement on that. Okay, so now for my medically kind of things. Where should we start? As I said earlier, I do like to feel prepared for like any eventuality and sickness kind of thing. So here I've got just a little bag, and I will put in here hair bands, hair clips for Ezra, not too many, a thermometer, what else, the snot sucker, nose feeder, snot sucker, because I know that sounds disgusting, but it's definitely needed, like if Capri gets bunged up. Some nail clippers, a little head scrubber thing for Capri, then teething powder, teething gel, Calpol, nose spray, like nasal spray, a little hairbrush, well not a hairbrush, a comb, but I do have a hairbrush that I need to pick up and pack for her. some little sickness bands, some plasters, then some antiseptic gel. This I'll just close this all very tightly. So there's nothing worse than when you land and the stuff's gone everywhere. That's the most annoying thing about. I also need to go get some syringes for the alcohol. Ready now. Okay, Calpol. To be honest, the Calpol maybe I might take on the flight with us. Let's see. I feel like you don't want to be getting on the flight and then having a sneezing crying baby. Maybe OTT on the insect repellent, but who cares? It's the most important thing that no one's getting bitten up and everyone has their sun protection. All of these really fit in. Let's see. This one, does it have a lid? I think it's just okay. I will take Ezra's toothbrush and these out here. Next, anything that can leak, I actually want to put together. And then dry stuff or stuff that's not leakable and go into the as Nappy sacks again probably will take more on the flight, but that's just some extra in case needed. I don't really use nappy sacks that often, to be honest. I should put it all together. Do people use nappy sacks anymore? I don't know. This part is not really packing like such because I've packed for just in case for some things. Like I've also, where did I put the probiotic drops? I've got probiotic drops that I'm taking with me just in case for the kids. Okay, I think actually I might start putting stuff into my hand like a suitcase. Then this is from the flight with us. This is a bag for the prams to fit in. We've got 2 travel prams, so the travel prams will fit in here together in the flight. Then also things that I'm bringing for the kids, eating wise, some cutlery, bowls, a bib for Capri. Then for Sardinia, Ez has a little black swan, but that will be coming back with my mum. She's coming to Dubai to help us out, so she will bring that back. So it's not going to the US with that. Here I've got a plain, what do you call it, like a plain chair, like a sling, a hammock for the plane, so Ez can sleep and put her legs up and it's easy. I'm also packing a mosquito net, white noise, sound machine. They do also have one other, but that's in with Capri at the moment. Tablet and headphones for Ezra. This will be going on the flight with us. I think the flight stuff over here. In terms of snacks and activities and stuff, I've got this massive sticker book, reusable sticker pad, so I can go right underneath. I've got an Elsa doll because I need to back up. I need some help, and when we're doing the short haul American budget American Airlines, I will probably need that as a new little toy for her. Snack cups for them, juice biscuits, puffs. So to be honest, like on the flights they'll have snacks, and fly Dubai to Sardinia and Virgin to the UK they have OK food. So and Virgin from the UK they have OK food, so it won't be the end of the world, and we'll definitely get more food at the airport and more snacks at the UK in the UK. But I don't know to overload on snacks. I don't want to give them a load of shit, and also space again, just really hard to squeeze it all in. But this is all the stuff that's going into my mother's bag. Toys wise, I've got some new toys, a little play box, what are they called for the bath, like bath cups, thing on it. Flashcards, spinny toys, stickers, flashcards with the voice that plays it to you. Then an oval for Capri, teething toy for Capri. All the kids love these, you know, like, make that sound. What do you call this again? And a kaleidoscope. Keeps it entertained for a bit. A ball and a little car. 2 books. Her 2 favourite books, Tiger Who Came to Tea and Eloise. And then another number sticker book. And that's everything that I'm taking, other than a few bits that she might pack in her own rucksack. So she has her own little rucksack here that she'll pack her toys in, probably tomorrow. And so a little noisy toy for Capri. So these are all going in the hand luggage, these ones, a couple of stickers. I also meant to say I've had a pen and pad continuously going, writing things down to tick off and to make sure that I've packed. So yeah, this is definitely a massive help. I think that is it for the kids, hopefully. I've got a couple of bags that are good for like dirty washing for the beach. This one I'm going to use for myself. Then what else have I got? Yeah, I think that's it. Can't believe we're actually going. And now I've just got to pack my stuff around this, like in the rest of this hand luggage. Our toiletries will go in Charlie's bag. Oh, another major thing I meant to show you is this. My bed guard. It just literally goes like that and extends out. I'm not going to open it out now. But perfect for Ezra because she's got a floor bed, so she's used to sleeping on the floor and not falling out of bed. So that I am planning on literally just laying here. Look at that, that is such a perfect fit. There's some things on here that I've written down for like the morning, baby monitor, white noise, chargers, tablet charger, that sort of stuff, that won't actually be being packed until the morning of because we're using them. These are handy little things for dirty washing and for the beach. Now to pack my own stuff. For myself, yesterday I just went through and took everything out of my wardrobe I want and then put loads of things back that I know that I don't need. So, and I have it all just piled up here next to me. And I will put that in right now. So for myself, I am going to use a couple of packing cubes, I think. That one. It comes with some weird quotes on these. Right, what have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3 pairs of shorts and 1 pair of leggings. In terms of like the safety aspect of travelling in the US, I do feel like a little bit nervous. I feel like because we live in Dubai, we're so sheltered from like normal life that when we go to places, even to the UK, we just feel like a lot more wary and cautious, especially with the kids, which is fine, but I just don't want to like be putting the fear into myself for like no reason for certain things. That's definitely a factor, and even in the RV, you can't deny that we would look like tourists. I'm probably going to end up travelling in this black t-shirt because, I mean, wearing anything remotely nice on the flight would be stupid with the kids. These packing cubes are great. I can't believe I've never used them before. The reason that I decided to use packing cubes for this holiday is just so that everything's easily accessible, and I am going to add labels to these actually. But I'm just thinking, especially in like the RV, if we want to unpack our stuff, we don't want everything around, like flying around everywhere. It can be unpacked, like the cubes can be unpacked, and then the rest can stay in the suitcase, or it's just easy to find things. And they do fit, so I fit really well. So far I'm really impressed. I bought 2 lots, two lots from Amazon actually, but from different brands. One was more expensive than the other, and you can definitely tell the quality difference. I'm just really looking forward to having some time off as a family because when was the last time we went on holiday? So we've only been to the UK. We haven't been on holiday since summer last year. We went to Cornwall, but we haven't been anywhere else, which is really unlike us because we travel a lot. So that's kind of, actually, thinking about it now, that's kind of a big deal that we haven't been away in all that time and that we're finally going away again. Trousers. Tried not to go too heavy on the trousers, but it's really hard to decide how many to take. Then tops wise, I've got that to go with the top. I've got a white shirt. I've got another like white linen top, and then 2 crochet knit tops, pajamas, and that's me done. I can't believe that I've packed super light for me. Like, what I personally think this is really light. So to round up today's video, I am going to be recording as much as possible on my trip, on our travels, and I'm excited to share it with everyone what we're going to be doing, where we're going, and yeah, just documenting it, like travelling as a family of 4 with 2 young kids. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. I really go down. Yeah. Yeah, these are treats for the plane. Snack. It's not a snack for now. Why? Surprise. Toys. Surprise toys. Bought it. Mummy bought some surprise toys. Look. Okay, we just had a quick little interval from Ez because she woke up from her nap. But luckily I've got a babysitter today because I couldn't do this without anyone helping me. I know people do, but as fast as I pack things, Ez unpacks them. So it's just better that she's occupied whilst I quickly do this. I don't even know where I was at. I think I was just doing an outro. If you are new here, then welcome. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me and my channel. If you want to leave a comment or send me a direct message, I've left all of my socials on my bio and also in the description. It just really helps me if you can be really interactive and give feedback and questions. It helps my channel, it helps me, and I want to produce the content that everyone else is enjoying watching, and yeah, just give people a little bit more, give people some tips that I find useful about travelling with kids, being an expat mum, a mum to 2 kids under 3. Had 2 under 2 for a little while, but now my eldest is 2.5. I'm very excited for the next 2 months and the adventures that are going to come with it. So please stay tuned. If you're subscribed, you're going to get notifications when I release a new video. I'm also going to be trying to be way more active on TikTok and Instagram, so please follow me over there. And yeah, I'm excited. I'll next be picking up the camera when we leave to go to Sardinia, so that will be my next video. And yeah, that's the end of today's video, so thanks for watching, guys.